the Astros win 18 of their last 24, but only to lose ground to the Rangers in the AL West. Are the Rangers legit?
Wholly legit. Offensively. There are a couple of caveats to that. Maybe I'll expound more on it in the column, not to numb people with numbers here. And we're just past the 1/3 mark of the season, right? The dog days of summer are to come, though typically offense picks up over the warmer weather months. But the Rangers are historically great to this point of the season. Post 1950, one team has scored 1,000 runs in a season. The 1999 Cleveland Indians, who are loaded, and half the lineup was loaded. You had Manny Ramirez and Albert Bell. What a lineup. Scored over 1,000 runs. The Rangers starting this week, 58, 59 games in, they're on pace to score 1,050 runs. The 2017 Astros, the best start to finish offense that the Astros have had in this era. Some people point to the 2019 team, and once Jordan got there, you could argue for it. But the 2017 offense was way better than everyone else in the league. Those Astros scored 877 runs, 877. These Rangers are on pace for 1,050. And you look up and down that lineup, there really aren't guys having, come on. They've sold their soul to the devil seasons. A couple of guys are up and up significantly, but no one's batting .390. No one's on pace to hit 60 home runs. Marcus Semien is a top 3 MVP guy so far in the league, along with Ohtani and Aaron Judge. Corey Seager missed a month. He is slaughtering it since his return, as he was before he went down. Last year was easy to laugh at him. 10 years, $325 million. Well played, Rangers. Well, right now it's looking very well played. That's the best middle infield combo in the game. I want to still see how their pitching holds up over the summer. But alluded to Evaldi and Gray earlier. Martin Perez, after a slow start, is pitching better.
Hey, just a quick editor's note. We've recorded this before the news of Jacob deGrom needing Tommy John surgery, and so just wanted to make sure we added that for context. Thanks.
I mean, Rangers are 38-20. They've already had series with the Yankees and the Orioles. The weak area of that ball club is the bullpen. I'll be stunned if they don't go add a couple of arms at some point between now and the deadline. Any Astros fan not taking the Rangers seriously is foolhardy. Hey, you have the resume and 2 World Series to none, but there's a life cycle on things. And the Rangers have the vastly better farm system right now than the Astros. They're better equipped to go out and add in the bullpen, or if they have one other bat they covet. So, right now, handicapping the race starting the week, the Rangers 3.5 games up. I'd call it about a coin flip.
Yeah, I mean, we're too far into the season to say it's just a complete fluke and they're not a good team, but it might just be kind of the magical regular season for them. The Rays have got us to a tremendous start as well. And remember, around this time last year, we were talking about the Yankees maybe having a historic, most wins ever type deal. And then they kind of fell off. They didn't even get to 100 wins. So baseball streaky, but definitely be concerned. And we're not used to being this late in the season and kind of looking at the wild card and, looking at Baltimore and the Yankees. This is going to be an important stretch for the Astros starting here in Toronto.
And let me throw this in, right? The Astros were 1 win away over the weekend from wiping out the Angels 4 straight, as the Rangers were wiping out the Mariners 3 straight. Still a lot of season left, and we can just look to last year. The Phillies fired their manager. They're under 500. The year before that, the Braves are under 500 in August. They win the World Series. 2019, the Nationals are 19-31. They go on and win the World Series. Right? Baseball's the quintessential marathon, not a sprint sport. But we're deeply enough into this now that doesn't the American League West look like a match race? A 2-horse race, Astros, Rangers. And the Rangers own the division for a while. Obviously, it's been the Astros for the better part of the last decade now, but never since they've both been in the American League West have the Astros and Rangers simultaneously been really good. So I just think it would be tremendous for baseball in this state and just for Astros fans specifically, that we have a meaningful September and it's the Astros and Rangers going hammer and tong down the wire. One downside to the new schedule this year, the modified schedule this year, is you only have 2 series up there, 2 series down here, as opposed to 3. So, there won't be multiple Astros-Rangers series in September. Brandon, I think there's one in mid-September and maybe one in August. But I think an Astros-Rangers head-to-head all the way to the finish would be fantastic.
Yeah, it'd be something we haven't seen. And to your point, it is a marathon, not a sprint. The Mariners could turn it around. They were not projected to be this bad over the offseason. But as it stands right now, there are only two teams that have a 100-plus run differential, and that is the Rangers and the Tampa Bay Rays. Texas with plus 152, Tampa Bay plus 122. Which of those two teams do you see as the bigger threat to dethrone the Astros out of the AL?
So wussing out to say, can we defer till the trade deadline? If the Rangers go add another starting pitcher and add to that bullpen, boy, that Rays offense in a pitcher's park, again, the top to bottom, Wander Franco, who's really wiped out by injury last year, he's looking like the uber young burgeoning superstar. Yandy Diaz, he's a top 10 MVP guy atop that Rays lineup. Why Diaz tearing it up? Take note, Dusty. The Rays they conjure pitchers out of nowhere. Right? 3 of their starters are out. Shane McClanahan might win 22, 23 games this season, and they always come up with relief pitchers. That American League East, though, a smaller percentage of your schedule is within the division, but they do have a gauntlet of games with the Yankees, the Orioles, the Blue Jays. I mean, it's not like the last place Red Sox stink. So for best record in the league, if the Rangers are to win the division, I'll take the Rangers to reel in the Rays.
Wow. Just based off of playoff experience in the last few years, I'll lean towards the Rays, but only purely because of that. They've been there before, and Astros are fully aware of that. So I'll give a little lean to Tampa, but I don't have a problem with the Rangers. They look legit.